Let's face it, when people talk 70s guitar solos, it's always the same names. Page, Gilmore, Clapton, rinse and repeat. But what about the solos that didn't get plastered over every greatest hits compilation or pub quiz? The ones tucked deep into albums or overshadowed by bigger hits? Well, that's what we're digging up today. 10 guitar solos from the 1970s that deserve a second listen. They may not be the most famous, but they've got chops, feel, and enough personality to melt your pint glass. Let's dive in. Number 10. Have Mercy on the Criminal, Elton John. Yes, Elton John. Stop laughing. This deep cut from Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player features one of the most dramatic solos of the decade. Davy Johnstone adds a rare electric edge here, layering a melodic solo that brings tension and drama to the song's somber theme. With swelling strings behind him and a moody minor key, his solo matches the song's dark outlaw energy. It feels like a Western showdown scored by a Les Paul, unexpected but totally gripping. It's not your usual Elton John fare, and maybe that's what makes it hit so hard. Number 9. Kid Charlemagne, Steely Dan. Steely Dan isn't exactly what you'd call barn-burning rock, but Larry Carlton's solo on Kid Charlemagne proves jazz chops can be deadly in the right hands. It's slick, complex, and feels like it was composed by a calculator with soul. According to Rolling Stone, it's so complex it's a song in its own right. And they weren't wrong. This one sneaks up on you. Just when you think it's all smooth funk, bam! The solo hits and steals the show. Not bad for a band better known for being clever than loud. Number 8. 25 or 6 to 4, Chicago. Yes, it's horn rock. Yes, it's Chicago. But hear us out. Terry Kath rips on this track. "25 or 6 to 4 has a solo that bursts in like someone kicked down the studio door holding a fuzz pedal. Wah-drenched, gritty, and full of bite, Kath's guitar gives the song its raw edge. Fun fact, it was the band's first song to reach the top 5 in the US, and even though the single version trimmed the solo, fans still talk about that moment. One of rock's best kept secrets right there. Number 7. Lazy, Deep Purple. You'd think Deep Purple used up all their soloing mojo on Highway Star and Smoke on the Water, but Lazy from Machine Head is where Ritchie Blackmore really gets to stretch. It kicks off with a Hammond organ groove, then Blackmore slides in with a solo full of bluesy swagger and surgical speed. He trades licks with John Lord like two mates in a pub jam session, except these lads are gods of rock. A precision-guided storm of blues rock fireworks, chaotic in spirit, razor-sharp in execution. Number 6. Cortez the Killer, Neil Young and Crazy Horse. Neil Young might not be the flashiest player, but when it comes to mood, he's a master. Cortez the Killer from Zuma is all about atmosphere. The solo stretches out like the horizon, slow, sparse, and ringing with melancholy. It moves like distant thunder, slow, heavy, and impossible to ignore. While critics and guitar nerds rank it among Neil's finest moments, many casual listeners overlook just how powerful this solo really is. Now you've heard it, Neil wielding distortion like a poet uses silence. Number 5. Maggot Brain, Funkadelic. Okay, it's funk rock, but it belongs on this list. Trust us. Maggot Brain is a 10-minute solo by Eddie Hazel that sounds like a guitar having an existential crisis. Legend says George Clinton, under LSD, asked Hazel to play as if he'd just been told his mother had died, and Hazel responded with a haunting, emotional 10-minute solo that's become iconic. It isn't about speed or flashy riffs, it's about grief in sound, slow bends drenched in wah, each note deeply felt and lingering. On that Strat, Hazel spoke straight from the soul. No pretense, just raw emotion, and it hits you like a revelation. Number 4. We'll Burn the Sky, Scorpions. Forget Rock You Like a Hurricane, this earlier Scorpions track is the real emotional heavyweight. Uli John Roth's solo on We'll Burn the Sky is less about pyrotechnics and more about painting with sound. Slow build, long notes, aching vibrato, it's less about fireworks and more about painting sound with feeling. It won't knock your socks off with speed, but it might just melt your heart, or at least make you stare thoughtfully out a rainy window. Number 3. Eruption, Focus. No, not that Eruption. This Dutch prog epic from Moving Waves stretches over 20 minutes, transforming the guitar into a vessel of classical flourish and progressive exploration. Jan Ackerman leads the charge, bouncing between Baroque motifs, heavy rock riffs, and delicate melodies with total confidence. One moment it's flutes and fairies, the next it's fretboard fireworks. If you've never heard a guitar go full Shakespeare, this is your moment. Number 2, On the Hunt, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Everyone knows Freebird, but On the Hunt from Nothing Fancy is where Skynyrd really flexes their restraint in a good way. Gary Rosington and Alan Collins don't go full fireworks here. Instead, they serve the groove. Bluesy bends, swampy slides, and a solo that slinks in rather than barges through the door. It's less rebel yell, more I see you, and I might just write a song about you. Southern Charm, Guitar Edition. Number 1. Blue Collar, BACKMAN-TURNER Overdrive. Here's one that might have slipped past unless you were spinning BTO's debut on vinyl. Blue Collar didn't exactly storm the charts. It peaked at number 68 in the US. But Randy Bachman delivers a solo that's smoother than a Canadian whiskey. No shredding here, just silky bends, jazzy phrasing, and a tone warm enough to toast your toes. It's less, look what I can do, and more, hey, let's talk about our feelings over beer. Subtle? Yes. Soulful? Absolutely. And there you have it, 10 guitar solos from the 1970s that deserve way more love than they get. These aren't the ones played in every guitar shop, but maybe they should be. Because while Stairway's lovely and all, sometimes it's the underrated solos that really stick with you. The ones that weren't just about showing off, but about saying something. So tell us, which hidden gem did we miss? Got a solo that you think deserves the spotlight? Drop it in the comments and let's keep the list growing. And as always, keep rocking and don't forget to tune your air guitar.